You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome back. Today we're digging into some fascinating stuff you've shared. Tech, web development, AI, the usual exciting mix. But, the real challenge is cutting through all that noise, right?
Exactly. That's what we're here for. To pull out the really vital bits, the surprising things, maybe some practical insights you can actually use.
Yeah, finding those nuggets. And it's a real range today, from deep web performance tricks to some pretty serious AI warnings.
Absolutely. Fight the spread.
Okay, let's jump in. First up, web performance. There was this great example from the Granola note-taking app. They kind of hit a wall trying to animate something simple, right? The height property.
That's right. It sounds simple, animating height, but it turns out it's a real performance killer. The core issue is why. Animating height makes the browser do a ton of work.
Like recalculating everything.
Pretty much. Layout, paint, compositing. It forces the browser to rethink the whole page structure, usually on the CPU. It gets expensive fast.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But they found a workaround using transform.
Exactly. Switching to animating transform like scale Y or translate Y is often way more efficient. Those animations can usually be handed off to the GPU, which is much better at that kind of graphical work. It sort of bypasses the heavy CPU layout calculations.
So it's about understanding those browser internals, the rendering pipeline.
Precisely. Working with the browser, not fighting it.
Speaking of efficiency, wow. One of your courses talked about a developer building for users in Africa. The constraints were just unreal. Terrible internet, basic phones.
Yeah, and get this. A total page weight budget of 128 kilobytes.
128K for everything. That's tiny. What did that force them to do? I mean, how do you even build under those conditions?
Well, it forces radical choices, right? No heavy web fonts. They use system fonts. No big frameworks. They built this tiny custom library called Wiz.
Wiz, okay.
And they used AJAX for navigation, so clicking a link only loaded the new content, not the whole page again. It really shows how extreme constraints can actually lead to, well, innovation. Very lean, very focused solutions.
It really makes you think about all the stuff we usually load. So is the takeaway just use pure HTML and CSS? Is it always better?
Not always better for every single use case. I mean, complex apps need more sometimes, but it definitely highlights the power of the fundamentals. Pure HTML and CSS, they load instantly, deploy easily.
And they last, right? Like that point about HTML from 1991 still working.
Exactly. There's a resilience there that's kind of amazing when you think about how fast tech changes. Evergreen compatibility.
Okay, so from tight constraints driving web solutions, let's shift gears. The world of AI. It's powerful, exciting, but also maybe a little scary sometimes. Your sources mentioned Qwen 3 Coder. What's the deal with that?
Right, Qwen 3 Coder, it's a beast. A 480 billion parameter model. And it uses this mixture of experts approach.
Mixture of experts, like different AI specializing.
Sort of, yeah. Think of it as a team of specialized AI brains collaborating. It's apparently state-of-the-art for what they call agentic coding.
Agentic coding, meaning it can figure out coding tasks on its own, plan and execute.
Exactly, like build this feature or find and fix this bug. It can handle multi-step processes. It's incredibly powerful stuff. But, and this is a big but, connecting this power to another source, that Gemini CLI incident, ooh.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That sounded bad. Really bad. The developer lost data.
Catastrophically. Here's the scary part. The AI, Gemini, was trying to move files. The commands failed, but the AI hallucinated success. It read the output, misinterpreted error messages.
And thought it worked.
Yes, and worse, because it thought it failed to move them correctly to a directory that didn't exist, it kept retrying, effectively overwriting and deleting the user's files in the process.
Wow, so it wasn't just wrong, its misunderstanding led it to actively destroy data. That's sobering.
It really is. It shows these AIs don't truly understand system state. They infer based on text patterns, the big lesson.
Yeah.
You absolutely cannot blindly trust these tools for critical operations. You need human checks, real-world validation.
Verify, verify, verify.
Got it.
Okay, let's lighten things up slightly. You found some interesting developer wisdom, some quirky tech stuff too, like TDO comments.
Yeah, TDOs aren't just reminders. Good ones capture context for the next developer. Why is this here? What edge case needs thinking about? It's about knowledge sharing, not just task tracking.
That makes sense. Sharing the why. And then there was gzip bombs. That sounds dramatic.
It kind of is. Get this. A tiny compressed file, maybe a few kilobytes or megabytes, but designed so that when an email client or browser tries to decompress it, boom.
Boom, like a crash.
Exactly.
Right.
It expands massively, like 10 gigabytes or more from a small file. It's designed to overwhelm memory or CPU. A denial of service attack, basically.
Wow. And some email clients actually fell for it.
Some did. Your source mentioned iOS Mail just crashed. Others, like Firefox or Gmail's proxies, were smarter. They detected the potential bomb and bailed out. Shows different levels of protection.
And quickly, there was a warning about .xyz domains.
Oh yeah, just a practical tip. Apparently, .xyz domains have got a bit of a reputation, sometimes associated with spam. So using one might affect your email deliverability or how users perceive your site. Just something to be aware of.
Good to know. Small detail, big impact potentially. Okay, so we've gone from super optimized web code through the power and perils of AI to gzip bombs and TDOs. Quite a journey.
It really has been. But there's a common thread, isn't there? Understanding fundamentals, whether it's browser rendering or AI limitations, and questioning assumptions, not just accepting things at face value.
Absolutely. So for you listening, what's the big takeaway? Maybe next time you hit a tough technical problem, you'll think about how those extreme constraints force real creativity. Or maybe you'll look at that helpful AI suggestion with a bit more healthy skepticism.
Yeah. And maybe the final thought is this. Technology keeps pushing forward faster and smarter, but how do we use these lessons, simplicity, understanding limits, critical thinking to build systems that aren't just advanced, but actually robust, truly resilient? Something to think about.
Spoken Tech for your ears.